So if anybody knows the solution of this, like what am I missing, what do I need to look at, what should I try, please let me know. Well, just as I thought I was done with this, I'm not. So we gotta get this going. We actually have to get it going. A few issues actually. Right now though, the battery's dead, and it's been dead for a while. Actually, it keeps dying. I think the battery's just terrible. Like, pretty sure Napa just doesn't know how to make batteries, from what I can tell. But we're gonna check it here real quick. Got on charger. I'm just checking it every hour or so. Because last time I charged one of these Napa batteries, it died. So yeah, we're sitting at 13.4. My charger still says it's charging and not just like maintenance. But, and I just checked this not too long ago. I don't think it was even an hour ago. And the moment I took the power off of the moment I disconnected the battery charger, it started just losing voltage. Okay, so something that wasn't really discussed was Hunter is actually in the hospital for pretty much most of the recording of this video. Had to have surgery, so now I'm packing a bag for them because they'll have to stay there overnight. Won't be able to go home until sometime early morning or late morning, early afternoon, I think is what they said. So I gotta pack them back and bring them food because Hunter really wants McDonald's. All right, well, that was pretty uneventful, but is anybody surprised? I mean, I'm jumping off. So yeah, I thought they said that they could have visitors as I'm sitting in the drive-thru for McDonald's, which took forever, by the way. Amanda texts me and says, "Just kidding, no visitors." So I was gonna bring the camera in, let Hunter say something, because he's super proud of his scar. He wants to show everybody his belly button. They got cut open. But I didn't get to see him at all, which sucks. Made me kind of sad, but on the bright side, at least I'll get home soon, because it's 1:30 in the morning right now, and I got a chocolate milkshake. So that's nice, because I'll finally get to eat. Anyway, I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna eat tonight, and then I'm gonna go to bed, and then figure out what's going on in the morning. So next time you see me, hopefully, I'm finally doing something to this Jeep. Alright guys, so it is the following day. Amanda and Hunter are both home. Hunter's doing okay. First surgery, so still doesn't quite know what to expect or how anything really works. But he's doing okay. He's home. He's actually sleeping in my bed tonight, which means I'm on the couch, which is okay. Or now, I mentioned working on the other Jeep. I'm not doing that. Huh. Ironically, I might need this paper I just found. We're not working on the other Jeep tonight, mostly because I don't want to. So, what we are working on instead is my Jeep. So, about a month or so ago, I installed some rock lights. So I've got one under every fender, got one in the middle right there. On each side, I've got one in the back and one in the very front. I can't get them to work. So, since the last video about anything with a Jeep, which has been a while, a couple things have changed, not many. We already know we have the CB radio. We know about the tires, the paint. I don't think I ever actually showed Badge of Honor, but I got that for my Sedona trip. Got the shackle, which we know about. Nothing has really changed much except for two things. And they're both actually light related. I added HIDs. So as you see, as they heat up here, and of course I'm like less than a foot away, so obviously they're going to look super bright. But I have HIDs, which are vast improvement over the LEDs that were in it. Oh, I did add HIV brake lights too, but I also added a switch finally, or a light, and they're not bright. Turn them on, and especially if you look at the shadow compared to the HIDs, like they're just not bright. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, they're just right there under the front fascia. Those are actually getting moved to the rear, and then I have the rock lights, obviously, which is what we're doing now. The problem is they're not working. So if we crawl into here, oh hey, look, the battery's dying. I totally forgot how bad GoPro batteries are. Crawl into here, got this rat's nest, and this has all kind of been hanging out and exposed the past week or so. But I've just been so fed up with it that I haven't actually fixed it. But somewhere in this mess is the wire that I need. Should probably have wrapped up around here somewhere in a big unorganized fashion. It's not any of these. Anyway, but oh hey, look, I found it. But yeah, this is the way that I've got it all set up at the moment. And the part that irritates me the most, not that it doesn't work. I mean, I know the lights work because I did set it up and used the switch that it came with. Just like under the hood, just click setup just to make sure lights turn on. And they do. But I spent literally hours doing this install to make sure it's clean. And it will be super clean once it's done on the way. Or cleaner than you see it now. But, alright, so that's plugged in, that's all good to go. But, yeah, and then just for it to not work, it actually really pisses me off. Which is another reason I don't want to do the return, just because I spent all of this time to get basically nothing. Alright, so I actually came up with a interesting discovery. It's making like 11.8 volts to the switch wires, which tells me that there's some resistance somewhere, and I'm thinking it probably requires 12 volts to trip a relay or something. Okay, so I've actually done quite a bit. So I actually found the switch that came with everything, which was the last time I had it working. Hooked it up to that completely, like made sure it was a good circuit and everything. No power. I've got, right now I have the multimeter plugged directly into the battery at the ground, and then I have the ground powered, and then that one just kind of sitting there, on there. I verified it. The connection point, I'm getting more than 12 volts. I verified at the fuse, I'm getting more than 12 volts. And then when we go right here, connect that, I'm at just under 12 volts. So somewhere between right here, coming all the way up to this guy here, and then back around to this wire, I'm losing, how many volts I'm actually losing. Okay. Reconnect you first. Somewhere, there we go, and at that I'm getting, so basically 12.1258. So I'm losing like an entire half volt just want to know if I can get it to 12, if it'll turn on. That's all I want to know. Don't want to turn the car on right now though, just because nothing's really wired down properly, minus the ground. And I'm not trying to cause any problems there, like electrical or fire. But I wish I had more information so that I could trace it back, so that I can figure out where my issue is, why I'm losing that much power. The only thing I can think of is just the wire gates drop, but I'm only using the wire that came with the kit. So I wouldn't imagine that would be an issue. But apparently there's some sort of problem. So, yeah, I'm at a loss. So if anybody knows the solution of this, like what am I missing, what do I need to look at, what should I try, please let me know, because I'm kind of honestly getting tired of trying stuff and just getting nowhere, basically. Alright, so I even went as far as completely removing all of this, because I cut, this is a switch wire all the way down, tested that, still not getting 12 volts. I cut it up right here, getting more than 12 volts right here, cut that entire thing off. So if you look, here's where it plugs into all the lights, control module, plug there, and here. So got rid of all of this crap, just directly to the battery, nothing else. Didn't need to worry about a switch wire, didn't need to worry about anything else. There's nothing to draw any more current, make it lesser. Nothing. So, I've got a couple theories. And I've only ever had it plugged in or turned on once, and it wasn't very long because I was just holding the wires to the jumper terminals under the hood. Something burned up, which I don't know how it would have. Or if you look, the wire they've got in here is so thin, and I can only imagine that's what everything's running off of, that it's just not getting the power it needs ran through everything. Alright, so let's go ahead and take these lights off. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. It's expected to do this in the middle of the night, but I happen to have time today, so we're going to take these lights off. And before I get too into it, I kind of switched up like the GoPro setup a little bit, so the audio is probably going to be a little bit different. I'm using a microphone again, and I'm probably going to regret doing that because I love using the GoPro because of how small it is. I can throw it in my pocket, minus like the selfie stick thing. I actually use the shorty tripod thing. I use this thing right here that will extend. But I added a mic, which obviously makes it even more cumbersome, but it's still a smaller package than my other camera. I still have to worry less. Like I can just throw it and drop it, not worry about it too much. So we're gonna try this. Just want to throw that out there because I'm sure the audio blending is probably going to be a huge jump. And that's going to bug me unless I explain it when I edit. So. And that's all of it.